meetings every day and overtime every day. Kicking a ball in the bathroom is getting drier and weaker in the workplace. Have you also experienced such moments of internal friction? What is the problem and how to solve it? Some time ago, we had this question, especially in the live broadcast of Liu Ron's reading club. I consulted teacher Liu Xiangdong. Mr. Liu Xiangdong is a well-known organizational health expert. As the name suggests, it is for organizations and teams to see doctors. For this question, he has a lot of practice and insight. Teacher Xiangdong said, the reason why the team is inefficient, the reason why we are tired, it is likely due to the lack of number one thinking. 4 hours of live broadcast. I set up 4 points. Share it with you. 1. Who is responsible for the results? Whoever is the number one position. Many people think the number one position is the boss. It is the department leader. No one thinking, what does it have to do with me? But in fact, the first position is not one titles printed on business card. Instead, it is a dynamic responsibility label. What does it mean? For example, you are the chief writer of Liu Ran's official account. The company will press at 8 o'clock tonight. 4 p.m., the design colleague suddenly said, the boss put in a hurry. The header map has to be delayed until 9 o'clock to give it. What do? There is no one who thinks in the first position. I didn't throw the blame on the editor-in-chief. Boss, the design card progress will not be issued tonight. The front line is that this has nothing to do with me. But those with no one thinking no, tweets are closely related to your performance. He won't wait. Instead, he went directly to the design department to communicate. Proposed to give up refinement. 5 minutes to add an official logo to the original image. Minimalist alternative. At the same time, ask your supervisor to coordinate these 5 minutes. The final tweet was sent out on time. I have never been urged in the eyes of the no one position, or it is not under my control, only to get results. What other resources can I schedule? Reject the victim mentality, the result of the dead knot. You are the CEO of your own business. With this mentality, maybe you'll soon be able to take care of your business, grow into a true leader. But with it comes new challenges. Teacher Xiangdong said, leaders need to learn the thrill of touching and scoring on the basketball court. That crazy shot. Enjoy the screaming crowd. Call the shooting guard. In fact, he is the second guard in the team, the real no one guard on the basketball team. In fact, it is an organizational defender, the first priority of the number one guard. Never shoot by yourself. Instead, stand in the best view. Pass the ball to the teammates with the best position. Teacher Xiangdong used this example to tell us, as a manager and number one, you have to give up the thrill of scoring yourself. But that's not enough. Become a leader. You also have to be able to endure depression. Enjoy solitude. What does it mean to endure depression? You end up doing it yourself. 100 points with eyes closed. You leave it to your subordinate. He may not even get 60 points. You can wait to snatch it and do it yourself, but you have to hold back. It's exactly the same as raising a child. You watch your child clumsily learn to eat, learn to walk. You are in a desperate hurry, but he can't be because you said a few big words. It grew up in an instant. The same goes for subordinates. They are just holding back your depression again and again. Do not intervene in the space. I grew up unconsciously. Until one day, you suddenly find out he was able to stand on his own. What does it mean to enjoy loneliness? Your grievances and anxieties can't talk to your subordinates because you've already taken it as the highest honor and right of leadership. So you have to learn, reflect in silence and solitude, complete the difficult self-tempering, give up the pleasure, endure depression, enjoy solitude. This is very anti-human, but it is a compulsory course to become a leader. When you grit your teeth, did these 12 words, you can go one step further. 3. Build a combative team. We often say team, but the group we are in, is it really a team? Teacher Jiangdong said, groups in the organization. In fact, there are 3 types. The first is called the United Nations General Assembly. In the United Nations General Assembly, in fact, there is no real unified goal. Every representative is fighting for their own interest. The result, the General Assembly often only reached a minimum consensus. Want to do something together? It's always harder. 1号, many companies are crazy. Number 1. The roots are here. Team goals are not uniform. Each department has its own abacus. The demand comes down. R&D considers scheduling. Finance is about budgeting. Sales consider commissions. This is not team writing. It's a game of interests. The second type is called a golf team. How is the golf team competition scored? The players each played their own ball. Take your respective fairway. You don't need to pass the ball to your teammates. The teammate's ball went into the bunker. Can't you help either? At the end of the game, you only need to count everyone's personal work. Simple addition. It is the overall result of the whole team, hand to the company. This is called the team fighting separately. Each has its own territory and KPIs. Do not interfere with each other. As long as everyone does their greedy work to the extreme, the team's total performance naturally came out. The most typical is the sales team divided by region. The sales champion in East China and South China. There is no need to cooperate at all. Treat this kind of team. The number one position is the most taboo. It is the blind pursuit of team spirit. Forcibly engage in interest, binding, and deep coordination. He was originally the king of individual combat. You have to force them to meet every day and walk in unison. Play basketball hand in hand like family. The result? Everyone felt hypocritical and delayed the right path. It created a bunch of unnecessary internal friction. The third form is the real basketball team. The 5 people on the field are highly bound. One loss is a loss. One is honored and all are honored. Even if you score 50 points in a single game, as long as the team loses, you are still a complete loser. This kind of team needs depth, unreserved collaboration. So you see, the real responsibility of the number one position. It was never forced to pinch everyone into a basketball team. Instead, it is necessary to decide accurately what kind of organizational form is needed for the current task. A top number one position never use a set, a template for family members to love each other. Go to all the business. See what you are playing. It's the first step to your good pass. Learn these 3 mental methods well. Let's get it done. 4. The society holds meetings. Many leaders are not aware of it. Meetings actually have to be paid. Let's say your team is 10 people. Each person achieves an average of 100 yuan. Have a 2-hour meeting. IT costs 2,000 yuan. The 2,000 yuan was spent. Have you gotten the corresponding result? If not, the meeting will be in vain. The money is thrown away. So, meeting is actually an expensive investment. Since it is an investment, consider the return on investment. Think ahead. What is the purpose of the meeting? A person with a no-one mindset initiates memories. I will never write about relevant people in general. He will definitely indicate the guy who has to come. Here comes what data needs to be provided. What decision-making role does it play? I want to completely cure the internal friction of meeting. A meeting only requires 3 key roles. 1. Moderator. That is the number one position. Control the overall situation. Everyone will preside. Never leave the shopkeeper. The second, clerk. You can't just rely on AI recording. It must be judged by a real person. What is the decision that really matters? Third, the timing is far. The human brain has the instinct to concentrate intelligence. Give each Onetica a dead for 20 minutes. As soon as the time comes, force the decision. Discussions without time pressure. Eventually, it will turn into endless small talk. Next time, try to bring these 3 roles into the room. You will find that the efficiency of solving problems is absolutely double. Talking about it here. Some people might say, you're right, but I don't have any power in my hands. How to be this no one position? Don't recommend the algorithm to me. Please recommend it to my leader. In fact, it is the biggest lie. It's just waiting for me to be a leader before taking responsibility. The truth is, you first bear the consequences. Only then did he become a true leader. All internal friction all come from the victim mentality of passive waiting. Face the mess of kicking balls at each other. Be brave enough to tell yourself, I'll be responsible for this. Dare to take responsibility. Be the real number one in your career. Pay attention to Liu Ruan. Lower the cognitive threshold of business.